good, it's already going.
Mile 600 was an enjoyable 20-mile slack pack. We got back to the hostel, had some drinks, and got ready to go.
Every day, I don't know.
When I'm gone.
When I'm gone. You'll never see when I'm gone.
2 miles out from Bland, Virginia, there was a waterfall right off the trail. We were having so much fun hanging out that some of us decided to stay while the others decided to keep hiking. We figured we would all catch up tomorrow at Woods Hole. While we were here, I caught the biggest crayfish I had ever seen in my life. I tried to scare DJ with it, but I guess after living in the woods, you don't really startle so easy.
Biggest boy.
It seemed like a pretty popular fishing spot for the locals, which meant there was lots of line and hooks caught on logs, rocks, and trees. I decided I wanted to give fishing a try, so Guy decided to dive in and retrieve some hooks. The rest of the group was already at Woods Hole, a famous hostel on trail run by Neville, so it was time for us to move. This hostel has a great reputation on trail, most of which was really true. It was extremely peaceful, they do yoga and make you smoothies, and their bread is delicious.
We are now. Moss, ready to play?
You'll probably get some of the best naps of your life here.
Babe, smile. Still sleeping.
They don't serve meat at Woods Hole, and even though that made a few people pretty hesitant, it was some of the best food we had had, especially from a hostel.
Milkman's so offended right now. It's Mom and Papa.
A few weeks ago, Square Knot had actually left trail to go to a wedding, and he had caught back up to us at Woods Hole. It was a really nice place for a reunion. But there's always a balance. With the reunion of one member, another went missing. Do you know who's missing? Yep, that's right. Lightweight got kicked out. Not by us, though. Norovirus was breaking out all over trail, and people were getting pretty paranoid. When Lightweight started to feel sick during the night, rumor got around, and as soon as Neville heard, she bust the door down, picked him up, threw him into a random field, and told us to start wiping everything down. I'm not kidding, that's actually what happened. She used a golf cart to drive him like a mile away into a random field. When the sun came up, he still wasn't doing so hot. He was throwing up a little bit, so some of the group decided to stay behind with him while the rest decided to hike the 10 miles into town. Woods Hole had road access, so calling a cab was going to be the best solution for Lightweight. Some of us decided to tag along, and that marked the first real yellow blaze for us. 10 miles.
She said you're not.
We met back up at the grocery store later that day and made reservations at Angel's Rest Hostel. Until we met Honeybun. Honeybun was a pass-through hiker running a shuttle service. He had dreams of opening a hostel, but they weren't operational yet. That didn't stop him from inviting us to stay at his place after our slack pack, though. We weren't sure what to expect other than the fact that it was an old farm. We canceled our reservations at Angel's Rest anyway, though. Let me just say that if you're hiking the trail and you have the opportunity to meet or stay at Honeybun's, do it. He was so generous, and it was one of my favorite experiences on trail. Our first night there, he told Guy that if he could chug a whole container of pickle juice, an extra large container of pickle juice, he would give him a pair of darn tough socks.
Ew, it's all green liquid!
Sorry you had to see that, but yeah, he got his socks. When it started getting dark, we settled in. They were originally going to keep us downstairs, but we asked Honeybun if we could sleep in the hayloft, and he said sure. It might seem strange, but it definitely felt magical. Honeybun had a large bus, so we could save money slack packing by going as a large group. I think we slack packed for 3 days. It became a whole routine. We'd hop on the bus, slack pack during the day, and then come back to our hayloft. On the second or third night, it downpoured. We were so happy to be under a roof, especially a metal roof. It sounded so peaceful. Maybe it was the rain, maybe the red lights, maybe the smell of hay. I don't know, but that night was one of my favorites. It was really starting to feel like we were just a bunch of kids on a long school field trip.
He's a gymnast!
On our last day being picked up by Honeybun, he hid beers along the trail for us to find.
Yeah. And broke. Did you just fart?
Yeah.
Do it. Oh!
Our last morning at Honeybun's was really hard. We liked our hayloft and didn't want to say goodbye. Plus, Lightweight was getting off trail for 10 days to do college applications. We were gonna miss him.
Bye. Love you.
says I love you back to you.
This is the best thing ever.
We had managed to slack pack the last 4 or 5 days, so we had mixed feelings about having our big packs back on. We were dropped off right at the Kefir Oak, one of the biggest and oldest oak trees on trail. It's good to find enjoyment in the little things, or in this case, a really big thing. We even tried some gourmet tree ants. I think that's where I'll call it a day. Like and subscribe to pick up next week. And feel free to comment any questions you have. Thanks for watching.